Right, it is the 8th day in the month of July 2021, and the station is Splash FM 105.5. My name is Michael Olatunbosun. It's good to have you join us again on this edition of Talking Points on Splash FM. It's a Thursday. The business of gender setting resumes, and the whole essence is to get all of us engaging on things that affect us as a people. Matters, breaking in the news. News just coming in, and so on and so forth. Don't forget, the whole essence is for us to, apply our hearts to these things. Open these matters up and get talking about them. Okay, so one of the big stories in the newspapers this afternoon is the screening of Loretta Onoche, and it has gathered some kind of conversations. Okay, so I'll essentially start with that. In the Punch newspapers, it says Senate screens Buhari's aide Loretta, others for INEC job. Okay, so the Senate on Thursday started the screening of nominees for appointment as national commissioners for the Independent National Electoral Commission. The nominees, including one of the aides of the president, Major General Muhammadu Buhari, retired Loretta Onoche, already in the Senate for the exercise. Onoche arrived at the Senate wing of the National Assembly about 11 a.m., accompanied by the Special Advisor to the President on National Assembly Matters, Babajide Omowurare. She was immediately ushered into the office of the Chairman of the Senate Committee on INEC, Senator Kabri Gaya. Onoche is currently waiting for a turn. Okay, so I guess there is an update to that. Okay, so just saw another headline, that read somewhat something similar to that. Okay, yeah, that's it. Okay, so that's the headline now. Would you like to be a part of this conversation? Let me know your thoughts about this. Loretta Onoche, remember that her name has continued to ring a bell in terms of conversation around suitability or qualification for this INEC job. A lot of people have been, saying, kicking, that would be the word, kicking against her nomination, indeed, claiming that she cannot be unbiased, particularly for such a sensitive assignment as that of INEC commissioner. So, what do you think about that? Let's talk on the program today. Okay, so while you're at that, another story here that I thought you would like to listen to. The Punch. Airlines must refund 100% airfares to passengers after 2-hour delay. That's the federal government saying here. Let's read that story. Airline operators in the country must refund the full cost of travel tickets to passengers after a 2-hour delay, the federal government has said. Minister of Aviation, Hadi Serika, made this known on Thursday at the weekly State House briefing in Aso Villa, Abuja. He read some of the rights of aviation passengers at the briefing and charged them to demand their rights whenever they are being trampled upon by airlines. On domestic flights, delay beyond 1 hour, carrier should provide refreshment and one telephone call or one SMS or one email. They should send you an SMS or email or call you to say, I am sorry, I'm delaying for 1 hour. Delay for 2 hours and beyond, the carrier should reimburse passengers the full volume of their tickets. Delay between 10 p.m. and 4 a.m., carrier should provide hotel accommodation, refreshment, meal, 2 free calls, SMS, email, and transport to and fro airports, Siddiqa said, adding that the same rules apply for international flights. The minister said that his ministry has started sanctioning some airlines who default on consumer rights, however, urged passengers not to be unruly at airports. So you have it there. The headline of that story that I just read to you: airlines must refund 100% airfares to passengers after 2-hour delay. That's attributed to federal government. So for a lot of us, we'll say it's good news. Welcome development indeed, isn't it? For some of us who've been victims of flight delays. I remember at some point I think it was in Kaduna. Okay, I think it was in Kaduna. I went for a conference in Kaduna, and we were supposed to take off at noon. I think it was 12 o'clock flight from Kaduna to Lagos. And the flight was delayed to 6 p.m. Imagine that. We had to hang around the airport. Just basically hang around the airport. The airport is some distance from where we lodged. In fact, there's a lot of distance. So we had to hang around the airport from 12 o'clock to 6. Imagine the trauma. And when you add the fact that, there's no apology, there's no apology from, the airline. There's no explanation. Just, sometimes you need to be asking co-passengers, what's happening before someone will tell you, hey, it looks like they are going to delay the flight, or sometimes they say they have canceled the flight and you are left in the lodge. What do you think about that? Airlines must refund 100% airfares to passengers after 2-hour delay. That's attributed to the federal government. How do you react to some of these things? Okay, so let's talk about this matters. 0809 155 1055, 0805 699 8678, and 0706 9493 3000. I'd like to read, the perspective of the Vanguard newspaper to this Loretta story. Breaking: Senate defies opposition, begins screening of Onoche, other INEC commissioner nominees. The Senate Committee on Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has defied protests from the opposition People's Democratic Party, PDP, civil society groups, and others, and begun the screening of Loretta Onoche as one of the national commissioners of INEC. Onoche is the special assistant on social media to President Muhammadu Buhari. Senator Kabiru Gaya, APC Kano South, led committee has just begun the screening. Okay, others to be screened are Professor Muhammad Sani, Professor Kunle Ajayi, Ekiti, Saidu Ahmad, Jigawa, Professor Muhammad Kala, Katsina, Dr. Baba Bila, Northeast, and Professor Sonny Adam, North Central. All right, so how do you react to some of these questions? Okay, so let's talk on the program today. It's still talking points on Splash FM here in the city of Ibadan. Quite a lot on the table, okay? So much has been said about the former Minister of Finance, Kemi Adeosun. Just a bit of that story. NYSC saga, court clears ex-finance minister Kemi Adeosun. Okay, the Abuja division of the Federal High Court on Wednesday cleared the former Minister of Finance, Mrs. Kemi Adeosun, of the controversy that trailed the alleged non-participation in the National Youth Service Corps (NYSC) scheme. Adeosun, who served as Minister of Finance under Muhammadu Buhari from November 11, 2015 to September 14, 2018, voluntarily resigned the position over an allegation that she illegally obtained the NYSC exemption certificate. She subsequently approached the court through her lawyer, Chief Wole Olanipekun, SAN, to determine her eligibility or otherwise to participate in the NYSC scheme. The Attorney General of the Federation, AGF, was cited as the sole defendant in the suit marked, you have the code there. Delivering the judgment in the matter Wednesday, Justice Taiwo held that the former finance minister, being a British citizen, was not qualified to take part in the NYSC as at the time she graduated at the age of 22. Justice Taiwo held that when Adeosun formally returned to the country and became a Nigerian citizen at over 30 years, she was also not eligible to present herself for the NYSC service. The court further held that plaintiff did not require a discharge certificate of NYSC to qualify to contest election to the House of Representatives or be appointed as a minister of Nigeria. Okay. So, what do you think about all this now? 08091551055, 08056998678, and 07069493000. Hello, good afternoon. Hello.
Mr. Michael, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
I'm Olushola Julius.
Olushola Julius, yes, sir.
Now, we know Loretta Onoche as a very strong supporter of Mr. President.
Okay.
We can see most of our tweets, our messages on Facebook, and the languages that is tilting towards the support of Mr. President. And today we can believe she's a party member of APC. And one of the rules is that anybody that is coming as INEC commissioner must not be a party man or a party woman, so that such a person will not be partisan or be biased in his decision and his talking. But we can see clearly it's happening on the side of Loretta Oneche and Mr. President and APC now. Honestly, Michael, I don't know what our political parties and even our democracy and our electoral system is becoming now. If this kind of a woman is coming out to be an INEC commissioner, what do you think will happen in 2023 election? If things are now working towards the gain of APC when election comes around, honestly, I'm not satisfied with it. Despite every effort that has been made by different kind of people, CLO, different organizations coming together, making sure that our Senate make sure that she is being exempted. Today we can hear that she has been clean for such a position. Honestly, it is a very great slap on us. We don't expect this in our democracy, and this is a danger coming ahead. For Kemi Adeosun, well, the hook is still on her. She has not been proved. Maybe that certificate was genuine from NYSC or was a false one. Nevertheless, she can as well gain some relief and start to gallivant around that she has been indicated. Thank you. Good afternoon.
All right, thank you very much. Rider to the story about airlines refunding 100% AFS to passengers after 2-hour delay has a rider. Still in the punch, domestic flights delay cancellation will continue. Operators tell Senate. Okay, let me read that story, please. Okay, the operators of airlines in Nigeria have justified the delay and cancellations of domestic flights in the country. The operators hinged the reason on non-availability and rising cost of aviation fuel, also known as Jet A1, and inadequate parking spaces at airports. Okay, so the operators, led by Chairman of Air Peace, Alan Onyema, stated this Tuesday when they appeared before the Senate Committee on Aviation, chaired by Senator Smart Deyemi. He also demanded the prosecution of unruly passengers at airports. Okay, so the minister already addressed that much today. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Shegun calling from Medici.
Yes, sir. Welcome. Let's talk, sir.
Yeah, I'm interested in this case of Kemi Adeosun. I really don't know what charges was brought against her. As a matter of fact, I didn't know what took her to court. But what took her to court is exactly what we are thinking. I don't think he should be held in a jail because that's a forgery. You know, and I don't know how a court can exonerate someone from being just simply because you are not supposed to. I've even gone to that level before. Then court that they exonerate you based on that. But you perform something that called forgery. That thing is not genuine. The court just declared that it doesn't have any reasons to even go and have exemption. So that means if you are going to get an exception, that proves it's even a forgery. So
all right.
What is it? Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Please don't be angry, okay? Thank you very much for calling. Hello.
Good afternoon, Michael.
Good afternoon, sir.
Are you better from Akpata?
Yes, sir.
If you look at that Loretta issue, it's immoral.
Okay.
Because how can a carry member of a particularly APC, be a member of INEC? If there is a challenge during the election, the position will now say, Loretta is there and has committed boo-boo. So they should look at that keenly. In fact, those who are finished will even skin her out. And if they don't protest, I will protest to Abuja that should not be done.
Okay.
It's unfortunate.
All right.
Yes. You will see me tomorrow. If she's confirmed today, I've been Abuja tomorrow to protest. One man protest.
Okay.
It's illegal. It's immoral.
All right.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
Thank you very much for calling Mr. Ayo Babayemi for joining the conversation. Okay, it's still talking points on Splash FM here in the city of Ibadan. Commercial break. I'll be back in a moment.
Have you heard? There's a seasoning for every meal. On the seasoning is full of flavor. Delicious, tasty. Mama's happy there. My hunger. Rich flavor. Aroma. Delicious. Mama's happy there. The fresh cookie. Great flavor.
Let's turn it up. Turn it up with Big B Live. The 11th edition is coming to Jogger Center, Liberty Road, Ibadan, on the 25th of July, 2021. Come join Big B alongside Joe Praise, Chigoze Wisdom, Adeyinka Alashiyori, Timi Dakolo, Kayode Oluwayomi Iben, and a host of others as we lift our praises to the Most High. Special presence, Pastor Austin Ologbese. Also featuring Dr. Smile, Woli Agba, Habib Benyin, MCBBO, and many more. You stand a chance to win amazing prizes. Raffle entry ticket is 1,000 Naira only. For table bookings and inquiries, call 080-710-40087. Mark your calendars. 4 p.m. on the 25th of July, 2021. Come join us for the 11th edition of Turn It Up with Big B Live. We move.
You can rest assured we will take this jolly ride with you. Our bet is on you, 'cause you are a winner. We'll win with you. We'll run with you all the way. We'll share your dreams and we'll turn them to reality. We're invested in your tomorrow.
ARM, invested in your tomorrow.
Them say your ginger, now pepper them style. Show them say you sabi your legwork moves. Beba there, get there as it is hot with extra spice. Oh shit! With the confirmed taste of bold ginger. Show them your ginger.
Bold ginger, now the confirmed soft drink. We get spicy taste that keeps you refreshed. Bold soft drink also there for orange, tropical, and bitter lemon flavor for all your jolliment. Bold ginger, show your ginger.
Take it back to the old school classics on Splash 105.5 FM with luminary DJ Eden. Every Saturday from 7:30 to 8 p.m. We'll throw you all the way back to the 90s, 80s, and as far back as the 60s. We'll bring you juju, reggae, disco, new jack swing, and many more. Right here on Splash 105.5 FM. Every Saturday from 7:30 to 8 p.m. The Splash Vintage Sounds.
Different days, different roads. All not to hammer. Keep going and spice up your hustle.
Introducing the new Gala Spicy. It's big, meaty, tasty, with that special Niger spicy flavor. Try it today. Available for 100 Naira only. Gala Spicy. Spice up your hustle.
Ẹ̀yin ọmọ Nàìjíríà, èyí ni àwọn àmọ̀ràn márùn-ún ní ṣókí tí ẹ lè fi dá ìròyìn tí kò lóòótọ́ nínú mọ̀ yàtọ̀ sí èyí tí ó jẹ́ òótọ́. Àkọ́kọ́, yẹ orísun rẹ̀ wò. Ìkejì, ṣàwárí àwọn orísun mìíràn. Ó kéré tán, o gbọ́dọ̀ rí ojúlówó orísun méjì tí ó gbé ìròyìn náà kí o tó gbà á gbọ́ tàbí fi ránṣẹ́ sí ẹlòmíràn. Ìkẹta, ṣèwádìí àròkọ tàbí ìròyìn náà. Tí o bá ṣe ń ṣe iyèméjì, tún kà dáadáa. Wo ọjọ́ tí a kọ, bóyá kò tíì pẹ́. Ìkẹrin, bẹ́ Africa Check wò lórí ẹ̀rọ ayélujára. Tí ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ kan bá ti tàn jálé-jáko, ó ṣeé ṣe kí ọ̀kan nínú àwọn iléeṣẹ́ tí ó ń yẹ òtítọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ bíi Africa Check ti ṣàyẹ̀wò rẹ̀. Ìkarùn-ún, tí o kò bá lè ṣàrídájú tó mọ́yán lórí nípa àròkọ kan, ó dára kí o yẹra fún dípò fífi ránṣẹ́ sí ẹlòmíràn. Àmọ̀ràn yín wá láti ọwọ́ Africa Check. Fún àmọ̀ràn kíkún, darapọ̀ mọ́ wa lórí WhatsApp ní 090-8377-7789. Tẹ̀lé wa lórí Twitter, Instagram àti Facebook ní @africacheck_ng.
Hey, you! Yeah, you! Awesomeness is now back on radio.
Are you serious?
In its freshest form on Splash 1055, the hottest frequency in the Southwest. You must have been hearing it.
Continue.
So I finally got back with my ex. Oh, I meant my first love, pardon me. Catch me, Edwin Paul, live on Splash Plus. Mondays and Wednesdays, 8 p.m. till 10 p.m. And Tuesdays, Drift Lounge, 10:30 p.m. till midnight with DJ AY. The A's DJ with the touch of excellence. Only on Splash 105.5 FM. Oh, did I forget giveaway? Yes, of course, giveaway. The best of hit music and banter to keep you glued to your radio. That's how radio should sound anyway. Mondays and Wednesdays, 8 p.m. till 10 p.m. Tuesdays, 10:30 p.m. till midnight. The Integrity Station is about to get extra lit and funky fun.
Tolú, báwo ni ìrìnàjò ẹ̀? Ilẹ̀ Haúsá dùn. Mo jẹ oúnjẹ kan tó ń pè ní dambu ìṣèkáfá níbẹ̀. Ọ̀rẹ́, adùn àti tasọ́sàn ẹ̀ lárinrin.
Oúnjẹ ti délẹ̀ o.
Láìdé, oúnjẹ yẹn náà ló sè é. Ó tún dùn jù yẹn lọ. Báwo ló ṣe sè é? Ìsebẹ̀ ọ̀ngà. Òun ni ìsebẹ̀ tó nílò fádùn àti tasọ́sàn tó lélẹ̀. Dùn àwọn tó fẹ́ràn nínú pẹ̀lú oúnjẹ aládùn nínú ilé rẹ̀.
Onga, Mama's helping hand.
Splash FM 105.5.
All right, you're still talking points on Splash FM here in the city of Ibadan. And you can watch us on the Facebook, okay? We're streaming live. Just go to Splash FM 105.5 Ibadan on Facebook. Okay, so if you're not a fan already, just click the icon like, the like icon, and then you can be part of all the conversation that goes down there. Okay, and you can also key your comments. Okay, just key your comments there while you're watching the video and listening to us. You can also join the conversation, and just your comments can be keyed or just there. Okay. I have a comment or two from the same person, Kayode Banmori. On domestic delay, you mean domestic flights delay, infractions, and payment of fines. They should drop the idea to avoid compulsory lifting of passengers that can give rise to air disaster. It is better to be late than be the late. Okay, Kayode Banmori, thank you. You also wrote here. Soon, Gumi will be nominated. Okay. Thank you very much for that. Okay. Just be part of the conversation. All right. So, thank you very much for your comments. Sometimes I just laugh. I like that your comment really. Okay. On a lighter note, really. Okay. So, One is here. One, let's talk. Welcome. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. Thank you.
I'll return to the phone lines in a moment. So let's start with airlines and flight delays. I remember I said earlier on the program that I've been delayed. I've had experienced the flight delay. The one that was a big deal for me was I was in Kaduna and I was to return to Lagos. After a 1 week conference. So the flight was supposed to be for 12 o'clock on a Sunday afternoon, and then they changed it to 6 p.m. And that Kaduna airport was a bit, and still a bit far from town. And well, my colleagues were about 6 of us who went from Oyo State here. It was a conference for journalists, and we had to hang around the airport. We had to spend, food in the airport is usually a bit, expensive. So we had to eat lunch and almost eat dinner as well at the airport. Have you experienced a flight delay?
Of course. The most recent one was last year. I was in Abuja and I stayed a couple of days or weeks. I actually started off the anti-littering campaign nationwide, phase 3 of it, and I decided to unveil or launch in Abuja. So I'd stayed a couple of weeks. I already booked my flight ahead, 1 week ahead, because I don't like troubles, and also to prepare myself. Unfortunately for me, I got the information via text and email. They had delayed the flights. The next day was to be my birthday. So I had a partial birthday in Abuja, and I had to fly. And a friend got me a cake. I had to fly with the cake. Because I needed to be in Port Harcourt for my birthday. Okay. I had a seminar, a webinar, via Zoom. I literally had to do everything on the go.
Oh, wow.
Because of the delay, because it was moved from the previous day to the next day.
Oh, wow.
Which was my birthday.
So if it was today, we would have got 100%.
True.
It would have been good, right?
Very good.
But you see, they have explanations. For instance, the airline operators here say that there are lots of encumbrances, so you cannot rule out delays, fueling, parking spaces, and all that. They also do have arguments, don't they?
Well, I think every business should have, because they expect us to prepare for delays. They should also make arrangements for that. I mean, you should have on standby, or you should give room for, if you have an aircraft capacity of 100, you don't get a booking to full capacity, knowing that something could happen to the previous one and you have to incorporate other people,
exactly.
Okay. So you don't do full capacity all the time, and then you get people stranded. So if you could do 70%, and you know that the extra 30% could be for where there's a failure on your own part. So if you expect the service, people who need the service to prepare for delays, then you should also make arrangements for delays as well.
All right. 0809 155 1055, 0805 699 8678, and 07069 493 3000. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. Olatunbosun.
Mr. Falodun.
Yes, sir, from Kopagodo.
Yes, sir.
Because continue to enhance your memory, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Audition of Noche. Because somebody is close to Mr. President, I say that person is no longer entitled to have another appointment again. This policy of bad belly, I don't normally like it. That's why most of our people, the good brain in this country, are running away from politics.
Okay.
Also bitterness. See, I don't know why we are doing that. If with Mr. President, his lawyer to Mr. President agreed. Mr. President has already contested the second election. He's not that contesting election again.
Okay.
Then why should be trying to say that we have to stop him?
All right, Mr. Faladu, are you aware whether directly or remotely whether there is any provision in any of our laws that prohibits someone who is openly partisan to be nominated to serve in some departments or agencies? Are you aware?
Yes, I'm aware, sir. But I want to ask you a question too. Your section. Are you telling me that as a political animal, you are not affiliated to any party? You are one thing.
Well, okay, so you asked the question. I am not affiliated to any political party. My party is the press. Okay, and press. Yeah, that's my party. Now, let me read to you section 156 of the Constitution. Okay, 156 sub 1 A, and it says no person shall be qualified for appointment as a member of any of the bodies aforesaid, and INEC is inclusive. He said, and if he is not qualified, or if he is disqualified for election as a member of the House of Representatives, provided that a member of any of these bodies shall not be required to belong to a political party. And in the case of the Independent National Electoral Commission, he shall not be a member of a political party. Did you see that?
Yes, I've read it too.
That's the 1999 Constitution as amended.
Yes, but do you know that this woman has never come out to say I'm APC or PDP?
How sure can you be in that light?
To Mr. President.
How sure can you be in that light, Mr. Falodun? Go and check, please. Go and check. Just Google so that we can clear this one and go to another caller. Okay. Just go to
thank you very
Google.
much.
Thank you very much for
Mr.
calling.
Michael,
Yes, sir.
thank you.
Thank you very much,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Falodun. All right, so some of these things need clarification, really. Okay. 0809 155 1055 0805 699 8678 and 07069 493 3000. Hello, good afternoon. Hello.
Oh, good morning. Oh, good afternoon. How are you?
Very fine. Good afternoon. Welcome to Talking Points.
Owolabi Oladeji is my name. How are
Yes,
you doing,
sir.
please?
Very good, sir.
Please, have you found the name of Noche in any of the APC register? Has it been established?
Okay.
And you think if if she's a registered member of APC, her name will be forwarded. Look, we have problem in this country.
Okay.
We have hating syndrome. Look, we are political animals. She could be loyal to Mr. President. Is Mr. President still contesting?
Okay.
Have you been able to really establish that this lady is an APC? Did you find her name in the register? I am telling you this afternoon that her name is not in the register of APC.
Okay.
And there's no crime has been loyal, to somebody else's. We are political animals.
Okay.
That's my angle to it.
All
Then
right.
number two, about the other one you mentioned concerning I can't speak it again.
The delayed flights.
No, not the delayed flight. It's
Kemi Adeosun, right?
Okay, Kemi Adeosun, yes.
Okay.
Is this the first time we're having serious case that has a resemblance of Kemi Adeosun's case? Did they resign? Did they step aside? Very recently, the NCDC were probing and the staff were still there in the office.
Okay.
What do we hate? I don't know if Kemi Adeosun could honorably step aside for investigation to be done. I think we should give him kudos. She has not fought anything.
Okay.
It is the system that has put her into that problem.
Okay.
The system forced the certificate on her behalf. You see, she was living in a decent society before. Nigeria is rotting from head to toe.
That's very strong, sir. That's very strong.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to have used that, but we put that lady in that problem. We forced that certificate. We forced that document for that lady.
Okay.
She did not have the intention at all.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for calling, sir. Mr. Owolabi Oladeji. They're calling. All right. Another caller here beckoning. Let's attend to this call. Hello. Good afternoon.
Hello. Good afternoon.
You're welcome to Talking Points today. What's the name, please?
My name is Sanusi Bashiru from Ibadan.
Mr. Ashiru, right?
Sanusi Bashiru from Ibadan.
Okay, Mudashiru. Okay.
Bashiru.
Okay, Bashiru. All right, Bashiru.
Yeah.
Let's talk very quickly, sir.
Yeah. I want to tell you categorically today now that the present annual commissioner in Oyo State belongs to a particular political party. Go and make your investigation. Thank you.
So you said, hello, Mr. Bashiru. Don't go, please.
Yeah.
Mr. Bashiru, you are making allegation. You have to clear the allegation.
It's not an allegation. He has been brought I heard it from on a radio station program.
Okay,
he was invited.
Okay,
I heard it from him, not that somebody told me.
Okay, so why didn't you raise this matter for public consumption earlier?
Well, I've put it on this thing, what do we call it?
You need to be able to defend that allegation. You are making very strong allegations on radio, you know.
It's not an allegation. I heard it from the horse mouth.
Okay.
I heard it from him.
All right.
Not that I'm alleging him. You try to make your investigation so that you maybe hello?
You are the one making allegation. If you have made investigation.
It's not. Try to make, as I'm telling you not to make your investigation. Try that.
Okay.
And let people know.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much for calling. All right, Mr. Bashiru there. Okay. Okay. So let me return to one here. That question of Kemi Adeosun. So the courts, eventually said that she was not even eligible because she was British when she graduated, and when she converted to Nigerian citizenship, that she was over 30.
That's
and
right.
so the question will be, how did she come in possession of an NYSC exemption certificate?
And another question would be, was there a forgery? Either
Okay.
by herself or in her stead. Either ways, a forgery is a crime, right? And there's a 3 years stipulation for jail term.
Okay.
Or a fine. The fact that she resigned is a good thing.
Okay.
But it doesn't erase the fact that there was some forgery. Whether she is aware, they say ignorance is an excuse before the law. So being aware or unaware is not an excuse at this point. Resigning is one step. If she wants to be plain and open to the latter, then she should investigate herself who came up with the exemption that she claims she's not aware of, and then put that out to the public. That would exonerate her completely, and then she'll become again a role model. Because right now there's still something hanging over her neck, and it, like the man rightly said, the system actually choked her up. That's the truth. Otherwise, she couldn't come from a sane claim to come and be corrupt in Nigeria. She was supposed to set a better example. But the point now is, everyone is avoiding that there was a forgery, which at some point she had admitted that she wasn't aware. So how do we treat that? If it had happened to a common Nigerian, I'm sure it would have, the person would be behind bars at this time.
Okay, on Facebook, you can watch us on Facebook and also contribute on Facebook. Just search for Splash FM 105.5 Ibadan, and you'll catch a glimpse of the goings on in the studio. Okay, so you can also key in your comments there. I have a couple of comments. I'd like to read them. Abu Kasimu, congratulations to your station for the powerful and colorful 14th anniversary and 82nd birthday of Chief Adebayo Akande. Thank you very much, Abu Kasimu, for coming also yesterday. I saw him yesterday at the Trenchard Hall, University of Ibadan. Ms. Rahman Adetunji here says, kudos to you, sir, watching from Las Gidi. Las Gidi is Lagos, right?
Yeah.
All right, so thank you very much. We can, like, I would like to respond in that light to say we cite you. Okay. Okay, so this is a story in the Tribune. It reads here, 950 students abducted since December 2020, says UNICEF. The United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF, has lamented that a total of 950 students have been abducted from their schools in Nigeria by armed men since December 2020. The agency also described the latest abduction of students of Bethel Baptist School in Kaduna by bandits as one too many. A tide, it said, must be stopped forthwith. According to a statement by the UNICEF Executive Director, Henrietta Fore, on July the 5th, 150 students were reportedly abducted from a school in Nigeria's Kaduna State, marking the latest incident in an alarming spate of attacks against children and abductions, including of students in part of West Africa and Central Africa. We are deeply concerned that, as in years past, non-state armed groups and parties to conflict in Burkina Faso, Cameroon, the Central African Republic, the Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC, Niger, and Nigeria will ramp up these violent activities over the coming weeks ahead of the rainy season, when their movements could be restricted by flooding. So on and so forth. Essentially, the story here reads, 950 students abducted since December 2020. UNICEF here says. What's your take about this? How do you respond to this?
Well, Nigerians seem to be the most hopeful set of human beings on earth at this time.
Yeah, that's a virtue.
We keep saying, let's remain hopeful, let's keep praying. What are the actions taken to prevent all of this, to avert the implications of all of this? We look at, we have UNICEF Nigeria, we have the ministries for youth, but even when you look out for statistics, sometimes the government doesn't even give apt statistics of the missing ones. So we have to wait on UNICEF, we have to wait on the United Nations to actually tell us how many persons are missing in Nigeria or have been abducted and have returned and following the procedure. And it's appalling because the government seems nonchalant. I would use that word because it's now, like I said the other day, it's like a business, especially the bandits' activities. This abduction of children from schools is another, drive that is literally taking the light of day, and it's as if nobody's doing anything. I think this is where state police would actually be effective.
Oh, okay. So you are on the same page with those asking for state police?
Yes, state policing and at the regional level as well. They know their terrain. They would be able to capture all of these people.
So close your eyes and imagine any state governor. The argument that you have everywhere. Just imagine some state governors, having powers to control the police. That's a valid argument, isn't it?
It's a two-way street. Yes, there's going to be excesses, of course. We should expect that. But then let's look at the good part of it. Over time, we could overcome these excesses, especially for power-drunk governors who would want to intimidate the people and have the say whatsoever anyone thinks, whether the opposition or even those in the same party with them are in tune with what they're deciding. That would be there. Those are excesses. But let's look at it. That's the essence of vigilante we have in local communities.
Yeah.
These people know the people who terrorize the area to their houses, to their homes, to their family members, so you can easily trace them.
All right. It's still talking points on Splash FM here in the city of Ibadan. 0809 155 1055, 0805 699 8678, and 07069 493 3000. Those are the numbers. Caller here. Hello. Good afternoon.
Hello. Good afternoon, Mike.
Good afternoon. What's the name,
I
please?
want to find.
What's the name?
Yeah, my name is SB.
SB. All right. Yes, sir.
I'm still very much surprised. In fact, I'm not comfortable with this regular kidnapping of students. I don't know how to place it. What is making it so difficult for the government to deploy technology into this? Or what? Okay, if they can't do that, what are they doing? There's no what. If they need help, there are people who can think faster in Nigeria that can help government. Anyway, that's one. Two, please let me know how I can get the book you highlighted on Saturday.
Okay.
Hello, before you go, please.
Okay. You see, it would amount to advertising if I begin to give you locations where you can buy a certain book. You get it. Mr. Aboduni, I guess you need to call me after the program. I can, tell you that I can't say that on air, or else I will be surcharged. I'll be asked to pay for adverts. Okay, because when you begin to mention the name of bookshops and all that, you are violating certain principles and ethics on the job. Okay, so don't worry, just call me after the program. I can always get you a copy of the book. All right. Another caller here beckons. Hello, good afternoon.
Comrade Sade,
Comrade Sade, let's talk, comrade.
I think we can say that in this part of the world, we are dramatizing our failure in two ways: political corruption and corruption of security corruption.
Okay.
You have Erufan say that bandit business, they are in business, they are not calling for sensation. And you have the government who also not actually tackling the issue in a more appropriate way. So how do we stop this problem?
Okay.
So people agitating legally for self-liberation, where people carry arms against the people and the government, then you cannot actually situate the issues. So I think let this region to potentiality to develop so that we should all grow according to our wishes. Thank you very much.
All right, sir. Thank you very much for calling Comrade Sado there. Ayo Baba Yemi, had to get back again on Facebook. He writes here, Deoshun still has a case to answer. The ruling only said she didn't need NYSC certificate to become minister. The ruling didn't absolve her of the certificate forgery. Nothing to be excited about at all. Mr. Babayemi, thank you very much. Samuel Adegboye here writes, great work, sir. Thank you very much for your kind words. Okay, so I'll come to the Onochie story. There's a rider to that story. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon, sir.
You're welcome to Talking Points today. What's the name, please?
I'm Dr. Shei.
Oh, Dr. Shei, good to see you, hear from you again. Dr. Shei, go ahead.
Hello, can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead, Dr. Shei.
Yes, sir. I say on the issue of insecurity, I still find it hard to believe something actually, because recently, this guy, he narrated some things about his experience along Ekiti. These are Akure Ekiti axis, that axis. A friend of his was kidnapped, and he said the head of the kidnap gang that he was moving from the bush to town to buy food stuff. And he had an app that he was using to monitor the guy for another citizen to have such. So how come our government or our security officials or operatives don't have such a gadget to just trace these guys? Even they're taking over 300 students to the forest. It shouldn't be a rocket science to know where they are.
Okay.
Even a friend of mine that is not even an IT person, he said he can locate. Even if they steal his phone now, he said he can locate. So far, the phone is
geolocation.
Geolocation, yes. So why is this so hard? I think there are still some people that are actually feeding part on this. That's my own judgment on it.
Thank you very much.
It's actually affecting the economy. I want to travel now. I can't travel because I'm afraid.
Dr. Shei, Dr. Shei, no, they are not kidnapping people every time now. There's no, yeah,
I know they are not. But before I reach, I go to Akure often. Before I reach Akure, I will have almost prayed the whole Bible before I even reach Akure. It's actually very funny and not funny anyway.
Dr. Shei, thank you very much, Dr. Shei.
Thank you,
I thought I should just just let you notice something. You refer to Fisher Oshiyonjo as ordinary Nigerian, right? I'm angry with you, Dr. Shei. I'm angry with you. You see us journalists and you say ordinary Nigerians.
He's actually my friend. He's not ordinary. He's actually my friend. So that you might be hearing this.
I was just joking. I was just joking, Dr. Shei.
Thank you very much. You are doing a great job.
Thank you.
In fact, you are doing a great. I'm very. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Shei, for calling.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
So listen to this one. Breaking. It's the Punch. INEC job. I stopped being APC member after 2019 election. Onochie here says. So I'll just read a bit of that story, really. One of the presidential media aides, Loretta Onochie, has denied before the Senate Committee on Independent National Electoral Committee that she is not a member of the All Progressives Congress. I need to read that again. It's the word deny. When you use the word deny, you don't even use not anymore. She just said, as denied before the Senate Committee on Independent National Electoral Committee, that she is a member of the APC. So essentially, she's saying she stopped being a member. However, she admitted swearing an oath at an Abuja Federal High Court that she was a member of the APC. Nevertheless, she said she stopped being a member of the party immediately after the 2019 elections. Onochie further told the panel that Mrs. May Agbamuche, a serving INEC National Commissioner from Delta State, is actually representing Cross River on the board of the electoral umpire. Okay, so Onochie here has cleared the air. So your doubts are cleared, right?
Well, I was going to ask the same question. How are we certain she's not a card-carrying member? Because even as a civil servant, you can't be a card-carrying member of any party. But being an aide to the president, at some point you would have been loyal in the party structure to be nominated for such position. And now she's saying, as a 2019 after the elections, it means there was a plan all through so that this time she would get into the INEC structure.
Oyekon Olumide on Facebook. Good job, Mr. Michael. It's quite unfortunate that Nigeria government has no respect for the people's opinion on INEC. commissioner issue. Okay, well, thank you very much for your comment. Let's attend to this caller. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Welcome to Talking Points today. What's the name, please?
Yeah, my name is Toby. I'm calling from Apatawudi.
Toby?
Yes, I'm calling from Apatawudi.
Yes, sir. Let's talk, sir.
Now, why is it so easy for this government to force people on us? Now, this is the time of Onochi. Do you remember the situation that carried our this Tanko Mohammed to be the chief justice of America during the time of our former this thing? Now it is the time of Onochi. This government cannot be trusted with anything. I'm telling you. That's just my own take.
All right. Okay. So thank you very much. So the point is that the president or governor will appoint people whom they trust to do the jobs. And so we're not making any argument or excuse for them. But, the usual thing is to appoint people whom you think will do the job. Hello. Good afternoon.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Welcome to Talking Points this afternoon. What's the name, please?
My name is Chris. I'm calling from Ibadan.
Chris, are you driving?
No.
Okay, Chris, go ahead.
In fact, I just want to pick a few things. First is the Loretta Onochi issue. Morally, it's wrong to appoint somebody of that nature. Constitutionally, it's wrong. But we know this government, they will do what they want to do. And the National Assembly we have is more like a rubber stamp who will always do the bidding of the executive. So let's not waste our time on that one. They will go ahead and do what they choose to do, and we will not be able to stop them, no matter how much we shout here. On the Kemi Adeosun, the judgment is confusing because the question on the onset was not if she's eligible to hold office with or without NYC certificate. The question was a forged document submitted for a job? It's like you're applying for a job and one of your documents is forged. It's not if you are qualified for the job. It's the fact that one of your documents are forged or is forged.
Okay.
She submitted a forged document which she admitted to that she was not aware it was forged, but it is forged.
Chris, number one, we have to go pretty soon, or I have to leave the studio now. But I need to get us to get the context in this story. In this court judgment, Kemi Adeosun was the one who went to court.
Okay. Yeah, she's trying to clear her name.
Yeah,
so what she went to court for is she eligible to hold office with or without NYSC certificate?
That was
the noise of at that time was not if she could or if she could not, was of a forged document. It's a distraction.
Yeah.
She's trying to take her mind off the original thing, which is a forged document presented to get a job.
Okay. So I get the understanding now, but I just told you that the case of forgery, taking the case of forgery to court, she will not be the one to take herself to court to say the court should find her guilty of forgery. So that is the preserve. That is the preserve of the Attorney General or whoever.
Somebody might take up the job. So she went ahead to try to clarify her name by going to court ahead of time by herself.
All right.
She's not supposed to be the one to even go to court.
All right. Thank you very much, Chris, for calling.
You're welcome.
All right. And it's about time. Okay. So quickly, one in 30 seconds, your submission for the day.
Well, let's remain hopeful. Nigeria would be better by the grace of God. But we need to put in actions. And young people all around the country should take a bold step. Take the bull by the horn. And you never know how strong you are except you try.
All right. One Afro Nelly is the name. She's a climate activist, really. Thank you very much again today.
Thank you, sir.
All right. My name is Michael Olatunbosun. Of course, the job is done for today and this week. So our next meeting is on Book Splash on Saturday. And after that, Talking Points on Monday afternoon. But meanwhile, after the Ibadan News Update at 4 o'clock, Game On. And after Game On, Splash Rendezvous today. My name is Michael Olatunbosun. Make sure you do everything within your power to make this nation better. Please do not dump refuse in the waterways.
From the top of the Fisher Building,
This is
Detroit's #1 hit music.